What's up? I'm Dre Hill, artist, storyteller, writer, author of your favorite poetry collection that you haven't read yet. I'm so excited to be bringing this video to you today. We have yet another poem reading video, and I'm so excited. I'm so excited to bring you this poem, this book, this poet. This is yet another poet that is in my community in the digital space. Her name is Brianna Renae. She's from Portland, Oregon, and excitingly enough, she hosts and runs her own open mic in Portland that's called, I believe, The People's Poet. I will verify that, but I'll also make sure that it is linked. The Instagram for it is linked in this video's description, so you can go check it out, especially if you're in that area and can make that travel to one of those shows. It's, from what I see on Instagram, it's phenomenal. If I was ever in the area, I'd want to go just for the sake of experiencing it. But incredible, incredible stuff, and I'm so excited to be bringing her and her work to you today. Now, the beautiful thing about poetry is that there are so many forms of expression, and that will be made evident today because Brianna's work is no different. And it's really exciting because I think Brianna is kind of the first slam poet that I've ever read. And so all of her work is written and based in slam poetry, which is more so like the Oscar nominations of poetry, I would say. It's the most evocative, it's the most performative in the sense that you are physically embodying the poem, right? When you read it and when you share it. And is often potentially recited from memory, if possible, by the poet. So these are poems that in a performance would probably run anywhere from maybe 2 to 5 minutes, give or take. But I'm so excited to share because all of this stuff is so good, it's so powerful. And as always, the book will be linked in the video description along with the reviews that I've written on the book to help persuade you to go pick it up. So again, this is Brianna Renae with Her Way with Words. Just get into this cover. Get into it. It's so beautiful, so pretty. But let me find the poem. The poem that we're going to be looking at today, if I can find it, is called This Ain't No Suicide Poem. This ain't the story of the girl who writes one last poem so everyone can go on YouTube to really understand. This ain't no 13 Reasons Why bullshit. In black households, if you got a roof over your head, clothes on your back, and food in your stomach, you ain't got nothing to cry about. So like I said, this ain't no suicide poem. To be honest, I don't know what to call this. This poem is like an incredible itch that only a pistol can relieve. Relax, I swear my finger has never touched the trigger, but nothing else seems to hit the spot. I know what you're thinking. This sounds like a suicide poem. But really, I'm just always tired, so I think about sleeping a lot, which turns into thinking about death a lot. But not in the sad way. In the way that the poor dream of becoming millionaires, how we fantasize about how all our problems would go away if we didn't have to worry. But we know that's not going to happen. Not to us. See, I love myself. And I love my family. So this can't be no suicide poem, right? It's only that going outside has become walking on a minefield, and love does not seem like enough to prepare me for what's going to blow up next. So I tiptoe around, sort of like how we tiptoe around this subject. They say truth is the only safe ground to stand upon, but truth is, standing is lonely. And I only feel safe in my bed with the lights off. Netflix asks me if I'm still watching. I'm not sure if I ever was. And because the lights are off, I don't see when depression sneaks in bed with me, wraps her arms around me, casually asks me why I can never take her outside, and to her I always reply, because this ain't no suicide poem. Depression will give you something to cry about. She just won't tell you what it is, so you can't talk about it. You just keep scratching and scratching until you scrape up enough flesh to justify your pain, all while your family tells you to be ashamed. They tell you your ancestors would want you to fight. They tell you that you were born so their dreams can stay alive. But I hate the idea that my ancestors died, running for freedom with bloody feet, just for us to settle into contentment with basic human needs. Food, water, and a place to sleep will never be enough to save the 300 million and counting suffering from this deadly disease. But like I said, this ain't no suicide poem. Whew, that's good stuff. That is good stuff. I've not read this in a while, so after that I'm tempted to go back and just reminisce and check out everything. But of course, Brianna does her own work justice, so you should go get the book, but follow her. Engage with her content and her work and experience it in person if you can. But like I said, powerful stuff. Great stuff. And this was just a snippet. She covers so much in this book. It's really an exploration of her life and the intersections of being Black, woman, disabled, and chronically ill, and so much more. So if any of those things applies to you or is of interest to you, automatically this is a book that you should be going to go get. That's just my opinion off it. And if you need to check my reviews, they basically say the exact same thing. So yeah, but like I said, reviews will be linked, the book itself will be linked, Pupil's Poet will be linked. I hope that this reading was enough to convince you to go get this book, but if not, hopefully the reviews will be more than enough to justify why you need some Brianna Renae in your life today. That's all I've got though. Thank you guys so much for taking the time to watch and listen to this video. If you enjoyed it, feel free to give it a thumbs up for me. Let me know what you thought of the poem in the comments. And if you've picked this book up already, talk to me. Let me know what you think. Also, as always, you can recommend other poets, other poems, other books for me to read, review, all the things over here on this channel. So don't forget to do that. If you like what I'm doing over here, you like my face, and you like what's going on, feel free to subscribe and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss a future upload. Again, I'm Dre Hill. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch and listen, and I'll see you in a new video real soon.